I know you're training hard every day, but you're not improving. You're doing drills, but your brain is still slow, and you feel it. Football looks easy on YouTube, but when you play it, everything feels too fast, too chaotic, too heavy. Here's the truth. You're not missing talent, you're missing structure. And listen, 8 minutes is all you need to activate the part of your game that's completely asleep right now. If you're serious about football, these next 8 minutes will change everything. See, there's a Japanese neurologist performed an MRI scan on Neymar's brain while he was actually playing football. And what they found changed the way scientists look at elite athletes forever. Most players showed intense activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for thinking, planning, calculating, worrying, overanalyzing. But Neymar's brain was almost silent. At first, that sounds like a problem. Shouldn't a top player be thinking more, processing more, analyzing more situations in real time? But this silence was the secret. Neymar wasn't thinking, he was responding. His body moved before his brain consciously processed what was happening. And this is why he can dribble through 3 defenders like their cones, look unpredictable, play with ease and freedom, and execute moves that seem impossible. Then, the neurologist said something even crazier. If they scanned Messi or Ronaldo or Iniesta, they'd likely see the same thing, because this is what true peak performance looks like. But what is this? This state is called flow, a state where thinking stops and instinct begins, where time slows down, noise disappears, and every touch feels effortless. And if you can tap into this during a match, you will play like a completely different player. Then the big question becomes, how do you actually train your brain to play like a pro? The truth is simple. Football at the highest level isn't just talent, it's science, simple science. And when you understand it, you stop playing like an amateur who reacts too late, overthinks every touch, loses the ball under pressure, and gets stuck in fear. You start playing like someone who sees the game 1 second earlier, moves 1 step faster, and makes decisions automatically, because you trained your brain the same way pros did. So let's break down the simple science behind playing football like a pro. See, your brain has 2 modes. Mode 1, the conscious mind, and it's slow, logical, analytical, and heavy. Mode 2, the subconscious mind, it's fast, automatic, effortless. Most amateurs play in the first mode. They think before they act. But football is too fast for that. By the time you think, the window is already gone. Pros play in the second mode. They act before they think, because months, years, and thousands of repetitions program their brain to respond instantly. And here's the key. Your brain can be trained to do the same thing, but most players destroy their ability to enter this state without even realizing it. Why most players never reach flow. Flow requires your brain to shift into alpha and theta waves, relaxed, focused, present, automatic. But modern life keeps your brain in beta waves. Overstimulation, scrolling notifications, cheap dopamine, processed food, constant noise. And when your brain is stuck in this mode, you can't lock in during matches, no matter how hard you try. Then, when pressure comes, your brain panics because it's never in the present moment. So before we talk about how to enter flow, we need to reset the system. 1. Reduce overstimulation. Stop flooding your brain with fast reward. Short form content in particular destroys your ability to focus because every swipe resets your attention span. And when you train your brain to expect constant novelty, real football feels slow, boring, and unfocused. Then you enter a match and your brain can't stay locked in for even 5 minutes. 2. Replace cheap dopamine with real engagement. Lift weights, practice skills, read, touch grass, socialize. These activities rebuild dopamine sensitivity. And once your brain resets, small things become enjoyable again. Then football becomes engaging on a deeper level. 3. Stay present. Flow cannot happen if you are living in the future or the past. You must anchor your mind to the moment, and the more you practice this daily, the easier it becomes during games. The simple science behind flow in football. Flow requires 2 things, challenge and skill. If the challenge is too low, you'll be boredom. If the challenge is too high, you'll feel anxiety. But when both are balanced, your brain locks in. And football naturally contains everything needed for flow. Clear rules, clear goals, immediate feedback. Then the final step is learning how to trigger flow on demand. 1. Morning brain reset. Go outside the moment you wake up. Close your eyes. Just listen to your thoughts without getting involved. But don't try to empty your mind. That's impossible. And the goal isn't to stop thinking. The goal is to stop attaching to thoughts. Then during a match, you won't spiral after a mistake. You'll let it go instantly. 2. The spawning method. 1 hour before kickoff, sit alone. Shut everything off. Tell yourself yourself, I have just spawned on Earth. Only this moment exists. This removes time from your brain. No past mistakes, no future fear. And once your mind resets, visualize yourself on the pitch, but feel everything. The grass, the ball, your breath, the game. Then your brain enters the present moment, which is the gateway to flow. Sports science, how pros move differently. The difference between amateurs and pros isn't just technique, it's mechanics. Pros use open body angles, early scanning, a soft first touch movement before receiving, but amateurs react after the ball arrives, and this delay kills their play. Then they blame bad luck or pressure when the real issue is timing. The simple mechanics protocol are 1. First touch direction. A pro's first touch solves the problem. An amateur's first touch creates the problem. 2. Body orientation. Turn your hips before you receive. This gives you 180 degrees of information, and the more you open, the more options you gain. 3. Pre-scan. 1 scan equals 1 second advantage. 3 scans equals 3 decisions already made. Then you look like a fast thinker, even if you're not naturally fast. Science shows 70% of speed is prediction, not running. Pros don't run fastest, they react fastest. But amateurs believe speed is physical, and because of that, they train the wrong thing. Then they wonder why they can't keep up in matches. The mental warm-up pros use. Pros. Pivot, reaction, pathways, focus networks, timing circuits before the game starts. But most amateurs warm up by blasting shots or juggling, and this doesn't prepare the brain. Then they start the match cold, slow, unfocused. Your brain uses 20% of your body's energy. Feed it correctly and you'll think faster than everyone. Feed it poorly and you'll look slow, confused, exhausted. Foods that boost flow: blueberries, salmon, dark chocolate, avocado, green tea. But nothing works without hydration, and dehydration slows reaction time by up to 25%. Then your entire game collapses without you knowing why. How pros stay calm under pressure. Pressure triggers adrenaline. Adrenaline sharpens instincts, but only if you're trained for it. If you're not, your brain treats pressure as danger, and that makes you freeze, react late, miss control, and panic. Then you think you're not clutch when you're just untrained. The real secret: you need more football. You can read everything about flow, but nothing replaces touches. And the more you play, pickup games, futsal, 1 versus 1s, the faster you find your rhythm. Then flow becomes natural, not something forced. Everyone triggers flow differently. Some players perform best with pressure, others perform best when relaxed. Some need music, some need silence, some need sunlight, some need chaos. But you only find your formula through experience, and once you discover it, you can trigger flow like a switch. Then you unlock a version of yourself you didn't know existed. Football feels complicated, but when you break it down, it's simple science. And when you master this science, your game changes permanently. Then you stop playing like an average player trying to survive, and you start playing like someone designed for the pitch, because elite football isn't magic. It's learnable, trainable, repeatable, and now you have the blueprint. This is the simple science to play football like a pro.